The first time I heard Blue Trane, I felt like I was sitting in a jazz lounge at midnight. Candlelight, cigarette smoke, something cold in my glass. And then Coltrane walks in. You understand immediately this is music for people with taste. Welcome to The Crate and the Code. I'm Paul Jones. Tonight we're talking about one of the greatest jazz albums ever recorded, Blue Trane, John Coltrane, 1957. Look at this album cover. Black and white photograph. Coltrane's face close up, looking down. Contemplative, almost brooding. Shot by Blue Note's legendary photographer, Francis Wolff. The whole image is washed in blue. Feeling blue. The blues. Cool and sophisticated. The color and the music are saying the exact same thing. One day, one session, September 15th, 1957, at Van Gelder Studio in Hackensack, New Jersey. Everything you hear on this record happened in a single day, and it was the only album Coltrane ever recorded as leader for Blue Note Records. One session, one label, one masterpiece. He never went back. But here's what you need to know about 1957. Earlier that year, Coltrane had hit rock bottom. His heroin addiction got him fired from the Miles Davis Quintet. But he got clean, and he came back with a fire that changed everything. This wasn't just Coltrane in the room. He handpicked every musician on this record, the first time he'd ever been given that freedom. Lee Morgan on trumpet, only 19 years old. Curtis Fuller on trombone. Kenny Drew on piano. Paul Chambers on bass. Philly Joe Jones on drums. And here's the detail that separates this record from everything else being made at the time. Blue Note actually paid these musicians to rehearse before the session. 2 days of rehearsal, that was almost unheard of in 1957. You can definitely hear it. Every note on this album is in sync with the song. Nobody's showing off, nobody's posing for the spotlight. This is a room full of serious musicians doing serious work. The title track opens the album, and it hits you immediately. Coltrane's saxophone exploration, followed by Morgan's trumpet, then Fuller's deep, bluesy trombone response. It has what one critic called suspended and haunting quality. That's exactly right. Moment's Notice is one of Coltrane's greatest compositions. He speeds through it, but never sounds like he's in a hurry. That's a rare gift. And then there's I'm Old Fashioned, a Jerome Kern and Johnny Mercer standard from 1942. The only track on the album Coltrane didn't write. It's unapologetically sentimental. And it's among the first ballads he ever recorded. Here's what Coltrane was doing musically that nobody had quite done before. His solos are more vertical, more harmonic. He plays over and apart from the beat rather than with it. This is the sound of someone becoming who they were always going to be. Giant Steps would be next, A Love Supreme after that, but it started here. The record was pressed on vinyl in 1958, and people are still holding it in their hands today. You've never heard Blue Trane in supermarkets, car commercials, or background music. Blue Trane is that music. In 1960, a Swedish DJ asked Coltrane which of his albums he liked the best. His answer was immediate. Oh, I like Blue Trane myself. It's a good band on there. The man knew what he made. Colin Harkins said it best. Coltrane may have made more important albums, but none swung as effectively as this one. If you haven't heard Blue Trane, listen to it tonight. If you have, listen to it again. This is The Crate and Code, where the vinyl meets the algorithm. I'm Paul Jones. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.